Welcome to Roughing It with Ruth, the channel where everything is a bit rough around the edges. In today's video, I'm going to go over all of the gear that you can see on the bed behind me. This is the gear that I am packing to take to the Fish River Canyon in Namibia. We are going to be hiking for 5 days and 4 nights, and in this video, I'm only going to show you my gear. I'm not going to show you the food that I'm taking with, and I'm not going to show you the clothing that I'm taking with. I will probably be making future videos on those topics, but for now, I'm just showing you the gear in my backpack. So starting off with my sleep system, as you can see, I have my sleeping bag laid out across the top of the bed. That is the Sea to Summit Spark SP2. That I usually stuff into its little stuff sack, so it is much smaller in my backpack. And I also use the Sea to Summit Ultralight XR Pro large sleeping mat. This accounts for quite a big proportion of the weight of my sleep system, but it is really comfortable and I really enjoy sleeping on it. Coupled with the sleeping mat, I have the Sea to Summit Eros pillow, also a large. Then in terms of my shelter, I'm going to be sleeping on this Sea to Summit Tyvek ground sheet. I've got a couple of these titanium tent stakes that are a bit larger than normal that are meant for soft ground like sand, because most of the Fish River is sand where you're camping. And I've got 8 of those in this little bag. And then I have the Hilleberg Tarp 5. And I'm going to be pitching the Hilleberg Tarp 5 with my K-Way trekking poles. These are just aluminium trekking poles from Cape Union Mart. Over the top of my sleeping bag, I'm most likely going to be using the Montbell Tyvek bivy bag as well, for a little bit of extra warmth and also to keep the sand out. But I will be checking on the weather temperatures right before we leave, and if it looks like it's going to be a little bit warmer, I might leave the bivy bag behind. In addition to a backpack, I also wear this little fanny pack around my waist, and this is for all of my camera gear. So I wear a GoPro on my hand, and then this camera that I'm filming on right now sits inside of this bag along with its little tripod. I have 7 of these lens wipes, so that's 1 for each day plus 2 extra. And I also use the lens wipe for my glasses because I wear glasses too. Then I have an extra battery for each of the cameras. I have a Ziploc bag to put the batteries in, and this camera if it does start raining, because this camera is not waterproof. And I have a pen. Other electronics that I take with me are the Garmin InReach Mini. I also take my cell phone. This is just the case at the moment. I'm going to be putting my cell phone in there. And then this is my electronics waterproof bag, the blue bag at the bottom. I have a 20,000 milliamp hour Anker power bank, along with 2 micro USB cables, 2 USB-C cables, and a watch charging cable. This may seem like a lot, but because of my camera gear, my navigation and emergency gear, and my cell phone and my watch, I do actually need all of those cables. I also have my Black Diamond Spot headlamp. And then this little thing over here is also a power bank, but it's also a light. It is the Photix M200R RGB light. So you can make it all sorts of different colors. And it is, I think this is 1%. Yes, this is 1%, and you can put it all the way up to 100%. So this light works brilliantly, and it is also a 4,000 milliamp hour power bank. So it also gives me a little bit of extra charging power. I don't only rely on my electronics for navigation like the Garmin InReach Mini and my cell phone, but I do also have a paper map. There is a chance that I may take some photos of this map on my cell phone to take with me rather than the full map. I'm going to see exactly how much my bag weighs at the end because I do want to stay as light as possible. In terms of water carrying and treatment, I have this Salomon soft flask that goes in the shoulder of my backpack, and it's got a filter built into the lid so I can just drink directly from there. Then I've got a booby. Yes, that is its actual name, booby. And you can also put hot water in here, so I can use it as a hot water bottle, or I also use this as my cup, because you'll see later on I do not take a cup. This is a water bottle from Muji. It can also take hot water, and it's got some measurements on it. I really love this one. It's very, very durable. And then this is what I'm taking for water treatment. This is the Platypus Quick Draw water filter and the Platypus Quick Draw water filter bag. With the water filter, I also take this cut in half plastic bottle that I use as a scoop to scoop water out of the river or pond and pour it into this bag, because this bag has a very small opening and it is super annoying to try and fill it without a scoop. In terms of my poop kit, I have my toilet paper in this little Sea to Summit dry bag in here. Then I have a very small lightweight trowel. I think this is from UST. This is my cooler cloth, which is a pea cloth. If you are not aware of what that is, it is a cloth that you use instead of toilet paper when you are doing a number one, so just for pee, and then you hang it on the outside of your pack to dry, and because urine is sterile, that's totally fine. The toilet paper is for other bathroom activities, more serious ones. I also take a very small pocket umbrella. This one is also from Sea to Summit. Wow, I'm like a Sea to Summit fangirl. But I am pretty serious about sun protection because I have had some skin cancer issues. So I take the little umbrella for some extra sun protection. And then this is my enormous bottle of sunscreen that I'm going to be using. I take a case that has sunglasses in it. The reason why I take a case for my sunglasses is because I also wear glasses. So when I take the sunglasses off, I need to put them in a safe place. And when I put the sunglasses on, I need somewhere to store my regular glasses. So this is the lightest weight sunglasses case that I have. Then the bugs this year are said to be pretty bad, so I am taking some bug repellent. This is just a stick version that you smear on yourself. And I'm also taking this very lightweight bug head net. I think this is a Coughlin's one. For my cooking setup, I am using the Soto Windmaster stove. These are the little feet that go on it. It's just disassembled now. And I do put them inside of this little bag to carry them just because it's metal and it's not very sharp, but I'm slightly concerned about it damaging other things, so I put it inside there. This is the gas canister that I'm taking that connects to the stove. This is my titanium pot. And then this very, very thin, lightweight microfiber cloth is mostly inside of the pot just to protect it from the gas canister that I put in the pot as well. But it is also used for cleaning up my gear as a cleaning cloth or drying cloth. My bowl is the snap fold bowl from Fossils. So you just snap together the corners and then it becomes a bowl. I've had this bowl for years, and when I bought it, I thought it was just a gimmick and that it was going to break really, really soon. And it has 100% proved me wrong. It is still completely waterproof. It still functions absolutely perfectly. It's super lightweight. You can use it as a plate or a bowl, and I absolutely love it. Then to go with the Fossils bowl, I have a Sea to Summit plastic spoon. I just take the one spoon. Then I have a Ziploc trash bag for my own trash, and I also have 2 plastic shopping bags. These I am probably going to use if I have dirty clothing for like a laundry bag. Some people do leave trash in the canyon, and if I see trash there, I am going to want to take it out, so these might also be used as extra trash bags while I'm in the canyon. I also take quite a few. I have 15 of these disinfectant wipes. They have a lot of alcohol in them, and I use these for cleaning my spoon and my bowl if my bowl needs it. I normally actually cook in a bag for my meals, and then I just use the bowl to balance the bag while I'm eating out of it. So I usually don't have to wash either my pot or my bowl, but I do need something to wipe my spoon clean, and these can also be used just to wipe my hands clean before eating. Speaking of hygiene, this little area here is my toiletry kit. I've got a very, very lightweight sponge, and I'm taking the sponge because I am taking some biodegradable wilderness soap from Sea to Summit, but it comes in the form of these soap flakes. Let me open it up and show it to you. You can kind of, is it focused? Yeah, I think it's focused. So you can see it looks almost like tissue paper. And then you take those flakes and you add water to them, and they turn into suds and into soap, and you can wash with them. But I found that the easiest way for me to use these is with a sponge. So I take 1 or 2 of these, put it on the wet sponge, and then get the sponge to kind of be all soapy and use that to wipe my body. Then I've got some floss, which I've just pre-dispensed into little pieces. I've got 5 pieces of floss. This is my toothbrush, which a friend of mine gave to me, which I actually really like. It's super, super lightweight. It's quite small, but it works brilliantly. I'm using these little toothpaste tabs, which I got from Faithful to Nature. I think they're from the brand Earthly. And then in these little tubs, this one has some anti-chafe ointment in it for if I have any chafing issues or even small little wounds. I can use this. Even as lip ice, this works well. And this one has some solid deodorant. So it just looks like a cream. That's what it looks like on the inside. And then I also have some emergency menstrual period products. And I have some moisturizing wipes. Those are not really for cleaning. They are just to moisturize my face at night. And then I've got this very, very lightweight towel from Mr. Price Sport. I also don't think that they sell these anymore. But this towel is absolutely fantastic. It dries super fast and it's very lightweight. And it's almost the size of a regular towel when you open it up. Then my first aid and repair kit all fit together in this bag over here. I'll go through the repair kit first. I have a bunch of cable ties. I have 6 of the shorter ones and 3 of the longer ones. I have this repair sheet from Monbel, which is great. It can repair all sorts of different things. It's just like a sticky, stretchy plastic sheeting material that you can stick on things. And I also have the repair kit for my air mattress that has an extra valve and sticky patches in there. I've got some flat pack duct tape, and I also have some extra duct tape wrapped around the handle of my one trekking pole. I have 1 extra shoelace. I have 3 big safety pins, this little mini Victorinox Swiss Army knife. It has scissors and a blade and tweezers on it. This is a scalpel blade if I need to cut something. This is just an extra lighter for an emergency lighter. This is a really tiny little flat pack sewing kit. It's just got some needles and thread in there. And I think that is everything for the repair kit. Yes, so let's move on to the first aid kit. For the first aid kit, I have a tourniquet, and this does not stay in the first aid bag. This lives on the outside of my backpack. Then I have various kinds of dressings. These are just those Omni strips for closing bigger gashes. These are various sizes of primer pore dressings. I have various sizes of plasters here. I've got some small gauze and some large gauze, a CPR plastic mask, some gloves, a Mylar space emergency blanket, 2 crepe bandages, quite a few of the flat pack strapping tape. This is useful for twisted ankles and knees and things. 1 triangular bandage, a pencil and a couple of bits of paper in case we need to write anything down, some alcohol swabs just for cleaning off wounds. And then I also like to take this tiny little pulse oximeter just because this is so much easier to monitor someone constantly than having to actually go and feel their pulse the whole time. And this one also gives you their oxygen saturation, which is also very useful. I did almost forget to mention that inside here I do also have a whole lot of medication, anti-nausea, pain medication, anti-diarrhea, anti-allergy like antihistamines, all sorts of medication that I know works well for me, as well as some burn shield dressings in this inside pocket. All of the stuff that I've just mentioned is going to get packed into this backpack. It is the Freedom Ultralight Oryx backpack. Inside of the backpack, I have this exceptionally noisy trash compactor. No, it's a nyloflume bag. I think it's a nyloflume bag. This is probably also not strictly necessary on the Fish River because there's a very low chance of rain, but this is going to help stop the sand infiltrating all of my stuff, so I probably will still be using this. I'm going to pack all of this up into this backpack, and then I will show you the backpack, and I will also tell you how much it weighs. So this is the backpack all packed up. I've got the camera bag just sitting next to it. I haven't done like the most conscientious job of packing everything in perfectly, so there is actually lots more space if I just had packed things in a little bit better. But this is what it looks like basically, just with the gear, no food and no clothing. It weighs Oh wow, that's such a round number. It weighs exactly 7 kilograms. Yeah, I still have to add 1.5 liters of water, so that would take us up to 8.5. And then I don't really want to carry more than like 12 kilograms maximum. That's plenty to fit in extra pair of socks, extra pair of underwear, a shirt and a top to sleep in, and my food. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to see more videos from me, then you can click on my channel name to see videos that I've made in the past, or you can subscribe to my channel to see videos that I'm going to make in the future.